Hello everybody, Karim here, ready to solve another challenge with you. Today we'll be solving a box from Vulnhub called Breakthrough, rated as easy by the author. Even though the box is easy, I got myself into several rabbit holes, but eventually got the hang of it. Without wasting time, let's jump right in. So the first thing is to get our target IP address, which can be done through a tool called netdiscover. So we're going to type on our terminal, netdiscover, -r, and then we're going to insert our Kali Linux IP address, which is 192.168.192.54/24, which is going to scan the whole network. So scanning the network, we need to get our target IP address, which we can see is .100. Clearing that up, the next thing will be to perform an nmap scan, and this can be done by typing in your terminal nmap -sv for enumerate all functions, -sc for default script, -p- to scan all ports, and then insert the target IP address, which is 192.168.192.100, and then we're going to output our results on a txt file called nmap.txt. I've already taken time to run this, and here is our result. So from the nmap result, we can see that there is port 80 open, port 139 and 445, which run SMB services. Port 10,000 and 20,000 are also open, which are HTTP services. So let's go to our browser and see what the web application services entail. So on our web browser, we're going to type the target IP address, which is .100. And this is going to bring the Apache default page. So here there is nothing that we can do. The only thing that we can do is view the page source, and by doing so, scrolling down up to the end of the page, we can see that there is a cipher here, but we don't know what type of cipher this is. So the only thing that we can do is go to online tools and see if they can identify what type of cipher this is. So we're going to write online cipher identifier and bring up this online web application tool to help us identify what type of cipher this is. And analyzing this cipher, this tool identifies that this is a cipher called brainfuck. So let's get to Google again and type online brainfuck decoder. Let's wait for the web page to be loaded, and then we can proceed from there. So we're going to select the first page, copy our cipher, and then ask it to execute, and this is the output. So the next thing will be to go to the other web applications. So if you remember here from our nmap result, we have 10,000 and 20,000. So let's do 192, 100, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's going to redirect us to the HTTP service, and we can see that this is a login page. So let's go back to the nmap result. We can see here that there were those two services which I had mentioned previously, that they were running SMB. So the next thing is to use a tool called enum for Linux, which is gonna help us enumerate for the SMB services, share folders, etc., and then we can, proceed from there. So let's run this and see what results it brings. So here we can see that enum for Linux has identified a user called Cyber. So let's get to the web portal, enter Cyber, and then let's go to the result that we had obtained from decoding the cipher, and paste it in here. Let's sign in, and we have successfully been authenticated into the web application. So let's just wait for it to load, and once we're done we can proceed from there. So let's give it some time. So it's going to take a little bit long because it's loading everything for the first time, so please be patient with me, and then we can proceed once everything has been loaded. Yep, so as you can see, this is how the internal web page looks like. So let's just go through everything here so we can see the directory paths that are there in the back end of the server. Let's see if we can get anything that is going to be helpful. So there's nothing here. Let's go to user min. Let's see, there's nothing here. Let's go to disk quarters, file manager, and here we can see that we have obtained the first flag, which is the user.txt flag. The next thing we can do is here at the bottom left hand side you can see that there is a command line interface which you can run. So basically what you can do is you can do an ls cut user.txt file and see what it entails. So that's the first flag. So from here the next step will be for you to get access into the web server, and that can be done using a reverse shell. So all you have to do is to insert the reverse shell here and connect it from your terminal, and then once the connection has been established, you have to privilege escalate yourself to root and then get access to the root flag. So guys, thank you very much for being with me on this walkthrough, and see you on the next one. Cheers mates.